Paramshanti. This is an English translated video of Bapuji's original Hindi video published on 7th December 2023 on Bapuji Dashrathbhai Patel YouTube channel. The link is given in the description box and the topic is Can small babies see ghosts and spirits? Can they see angels of heaven? In the video, Bapuji says, Paramshanti, today I will explain about small babies and whether they can see ghosts and spirits. The newborn babies or the infants up to 6 months or even 1 year, they don't have the knowledge of this world. They have subtle intellect and knowledge of their previous birth. They can remember the events of their previous life. That's why all of a sudden they laugh, play or cry without any apparent reason. However, gradually they absorb knowledge of this world, and after 6 months, 8 months, or even after a year, the old memories that were emerging before shut down, and they start memorizing the knowledge of this new world. Similarly, their intelligence is subtle, so the small babies have very pure intellect. Thus, they can also visualize or see ghosts or spirits that come in front of them. However, since babies cannot speak, they cry when they see ghosts or spirits. They cry if there are negative spirits around. Bad spirits or ghosts can make small babies cry, and sometimes they even enter into the babies and harass them. However, many children are very strong within. They remember their past life. They have knowledge of ghosts and spirits in their memory. So, such babies do not get scared of ghosts. Not all babies are afraid of ghosts and would understand that it's a ghost. They would laugh at ghosts as they know that they are ghosts. Small babies have high strength in their soul power. Their ability to see ghosts is high. They have high subtle power. Until 6 to 8 months, babies' inner soul power and subtle power are quite high. But they cannot speak, so they cannot tell about these things to anybody. That is why babies are considered innocent. They have memories of past life. They do memorize the past life. Until 6 to 8 months or even until a year, babies can see ghosts. They have the capacity to see subtle world souls. Upon seeing bad spirits or ghosts, many babies scream loudly and cry. They don't stop crying. The parents don't understand how to stop their child from crying. When the baby does not stop crying, then they take their baby to tantric exorcist to refrain from crying. Tantric or exorcist, they tie black string or spelled string to the baby. Then those ghosts stop appearing. Then the babies get some rest. When the babies are taken to the exorcist, they tie black thread to the babies so that they can keep their subtle world follower spirits near the baby to protect the baby from bad ghosts. Thus, the baby stops seeing the bad ghost. So, many times when small babies cry, no one can understand the reason. Many people have conducted research and found out that the negative effects of ghosts and bad spirits are more pronounced on small babies. It's written in our scriptures as well. That's why the exorcist and many elderly people know that the baby is seeing a ghost when the baby starts crying very loudly and gets tired of crying because some subtle world spirits are scaring them. So, babies can see the subtle world souls. Their intellect is very alert. They can experience if there are big or small things happening in the subtle world around them. They don't understand what is happening, but they can experience it. For example, if an earthquake is about to occur from all sides, then small babies can feel the vibrations. So the sounds of babies crying are heard from far and wide all around. Even dogs bark. So small babies can understand when something bad is happening. Small babies can sense if any destruction is happening around or if there are any sounds or vibrations of sadness or even if any bad things are going to happen. So, many times they cry due to that reason as well. Small babies also have very sharp ears, so they have a very strong sense of hearing. So it's very hard to judge the souls of babies. Perhaps until now there has been no complete analysis of children available anywhere. But if analyzed in depth, one can find a lot of things. Small babies are called innocent because they don't have the vices of lust, anger, greed, attachment, and ego. They do not have knowledge of these 5 disorders. Therefore, when there is no knowledge of the disorders, their intelligence is refined. Their intellect is refined in its subtle form, so they have the power to sense subtle forms, such as the power of hearing subtle sound, power of seeing in the subtle world. All of these powers are within their intellect. Their mind is powerful. When the mind is powerful, the soul can sense the subtle form. So, when is the mind powerful? Mind is powerful when there are no vices. Because small babies have no vices, their subtle energy is very powerful, but they don't know about it. Small babies do laugh all of a sudden as well when good things are happening in the subtle world around. Sometimes they laugh so much that it's hard for them to stop laughing. It's because they have either immersed some past life events or there may be something good happening in the subtle world. So the baby laughs and cries both. Babies do cry when they are hungry, but that time when mom feeds the baby, it will stop crying. So they know that the baby is hungry. But if the baby does not even try to breastfeed or eat their food, even after hard efforts, then there could be scary, subtle world forces around. So, in such cases, parents take their baby to the spiritual practitioner or tantric who would tie black thread around the baby. The mind and heart of small babies are very pure. The mind, intellect, and values are pure in childhood. Therefore, it is very difficult to understand their minds. When dissolution, such as Ardha Pralay, Pralay, Kalp Pralay, Mahakalp Pralay, or Mahakal Pralay is going to happen, then the small babies who are powerful, they can sense that catastrophe is going to happen. Many babies in their previous birth had attained the supreme knowledge of Brahma. When such souls are born, even when they are small baby, they still have full realization that the dissolution is going to happen, as they have memory of the knowledge acquired in their previous birth. So, they are alert from their young age. Such babies, when they reach their childhood, they leave home and go to the forest or become monks at a very young age. They don't have any vices within. Their mind, intellect, and impression all are pure. So, all the knowledge emerges within them. Such souls are knowledgeable from their childhood. In their causal body, there is only knowledge recorded. When causal body emerges, then the knowledge emerges. Also, they have very pure stage. So, such souls run away from home to take sannyas at a very young age. Sometimes, some babies go into deep sleep and cry all of a sudden. The reason behind this is that the subconscious mind gets opened during deep sleep. Upon opening of the subconscious mind, the soul sees the recordings of previous life that's embedded in causal body. Upon seeing the recordings, the baby cries all of a sudden because it's full of sorrow and pain. So the baby is filled with sadness. So even in deep sleep, the baby cries or screams and doesn't stop. It's very hard to shut down the subconscious mind, and when they wake up the baby gradually forgets the recording scene and comes into consciousness. With regards to small babies, whatever we say is still less. There are different kinds of babies. They have different types of mind, intellect, impressions, and different recordings in their causal body. If observation is done during their sleep, then a lot of things can come out of it. Many times, when a relative or a person comes in front of small babies, then the babies start crying upon seeing that person, because the memory of past life recorded in causal body emerges in them. Because baby's mind is pure, so upon seeing the person, they will know that the person was enemy in their past life and may cause trouble. The baby recognizes the person and hence starts crying and doesn't want to go near that person. Also, sometimes upon seeing someone, one becomes very happy and starts laughing all of a sudden. At that time also, the memory of the baby's previous life emerges. The memories lying in the causal body, the impressions of past lives, the knowledge acquired in past lives emerge. That's why the baby feels loved and thinks he loves me. So the vibration of love flows in the baby. or there may be a good relationship between the baby and the person, which is why the baby feels happy upon seeing him. This is a scientific fact. This is the reality. Some babies with powerful soul power can also see good deities. They can have vision of God in subtle world due to their high devotion towards God in previous lifetimes. This kind of babies can sometimes visualize higher dimensions and experience that. They have knowledge embedded in their causal body which emerges, and the babies have visualization. Their mind, intellect, and impressions are pure. Therefore, in some cases, they can also visualize the higher dimensions. For example, if the soul was a great devotee of Lord Vishnu and the knowledge of Vishnu is recorded in his causal body, then the baby can visualize up to Vishnu Puri. There is immense soul power in babies. There is knowledge within them. They have soul power on the basis of their knowledge. So they have power in their mind. The knowledge is recorded in the causal body. So the combination of knowledge and power of mind means being able to do yoga. So whatever knowledge is recorded in their causal body, that will all emerge. So the baby can see. So the babies have the power to see subtle world. Paramshanti.
Daily for live meditation, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. on YouTube Live. Subscribe now. Website www.paramshanti.org. Email us anant@paramshanti.org. Like, share, subscribe. Join today.